In the Pokemon community, there's a set of self-imposed rules to make the game a bit harder called the Nuzlocke. The rules are simple. 1 Pokemon per area. You must nickname all your Pokemon. If a Pokemon faints, it's done and can't be used again. And you can't switch your Pokemon out between your opponent's fainted Pokemon in battle. To make things even harder, I'm using some of the add-on rules like level caps and potion limits. To make things even more interesting though, I decided that AI in the form of ChatGPT would be controlling all these decisions and more. It will choose which Pokemon we get in each area and what to nickname it. It will choose our potion limit in each battle. It will decide in what order we fight the bosses and what level caps we will have to take them on, divided up into 12 different phases. As a bonus, anytime we make it through a gym, and only gyms, deathless, we earn ourselves an advantage that allows us to re-roll any ChatGPT response once and only once. Then we can pick between the 2 possible answers. This is my first full Nuzlocke run ever, and as far as I could find, the first ever controlled in part by ChatGPT. This is the M64 Pokemon Scarlet AI Locke. Our adventure begins with this fancy dressed man coming to our house and showing us 3 Pokemon. The 3 of us frolic around and play through the town, but then he tells me I have to pick only one of them. Lame. Enter our good friend ChatGPT. Let's refer to this AI friend of ours as Sada. Time for her to make her first decision of many to come for us. I want the cat, but for the love of God, please don't give me the duck.
Hi, I'll give you Sprigatito.
Wow, okay, awesome start. Okay, what kind of human nickname do we give it?
Nickname the cat Emily.
All right, perfect. Our male Sprigatito is Emily. I'm gonna love you forever. Perfect nickname. The girl Nimona we just met takes the blue duck and challenges us to our first battle. Emily throws a bunch of leaves into the duck's face, and we're on our way. We make it to Poco Path, and with excitement in our eyes, ready to catch our first wild encounter, we ask who we have to get.
You can get a Hop Pip.
Great.
Name it Lasagna.
Woohoo, cannot contain my excitement. Not a great start. I fall off a cliff, no big deal, and I see this red lizard dog asleep by the water. I give it a sandwich my mom made for me. The sandwich gives it superpowers, and we go on a nice enjoyable stroll through this cave. I think we're gonna be real good buddies, this guy and I. We meet this moody dude named Arvin, and he knows our lizard dog. But he's our lizard dude now, so Emily threw some leaves at his Pokemon, and we continued our journey to school. Here we are at South Province Area 1.
Your encounter will be a fledgling.
Okay, not mad about this one at all.
Let's name this one Labyrinth.
Let's continue our journey to school. Nimona insisted on me throwing more leaves in her face, which Emily handled like a champ. We stopped some gang members from picking on a girl with an Eevee backpack. Nimona gave me some fancy crystal ball that makes my Pokemon wear fancy hats, and we are finally able to start school. I had to go through a bunch of school orientation, blah, blah, blah. Nimona filled me in on gym leaders, that's cool. Arvin told me about fighting monsters to become better at cooking, I guess. And a person hacked into my phone and asked me if I could help him take down Team Star. I went to the principal's office and video chatted with someone named Professor Sada. Convenient name. She told me that my lizard boy was a good boy, and yes, he is. After sleeping for many nights and many days in a row, it's time to skip all my classes, say goodbye to the schooling system, and start our real journey.
For Phase 1, you will need to first do Titan 1, then Gym 1 after that. I'll give you the lower end of the level cap, maxing out at level 15.
Here we are, Phase 1. We've got 5 possible encounters and some grinding to do along the way.
Your encounter for Inlet Grotto will be Houndour. Its name is Serendipity. Up next for South Province Area 3, you get Growlithe, name it Ethan. South Province Area 5, let's go with Pachirisu. And let's call it Quixotic.
Ah man, this little guy's already over level cap, so he's gonna go straight to the box until we get to the next level cap.
In South Province Area 2, get yourself an Azurill, name the little one, Telescope.
We lucked out here. This little guy's got huge power as its ability.
The last encounter for now will be a Flabébé or Floette.
These are way over level cap, so I'm gonna just wait to catch this until later. We grind up and mini Nacleys give their life to us to get up to level, and it's time to take on our first of 5 Titans, Cloth.
For your first Titan, you can use 2 potions.
Emily comes out, and we use our fancy crystal ball to give Emily his fancy flower hat. Emily has a newfound obsession with wizards, so he is now pretending that his leaves are magical and he throws them instead, which everyone knows magical leaves hurt more than normal leaves, right? Cloth wimps out and runs away to eat his feelings in his secret snack cave. Its snacks are clearly laced with performance-enhancing drugs, and Cloth's ready for round 2. Arvin shows up, I guess better late than never. Emily keeps pretending to be a wizard while Arvin works on lowering its defense until we take this giant crab out. To celebrate our first big boss win, Emily decides to grow up into a cool, moody yo-yo cat. I love him. We sneak into Cloth's snack cave, and Arvin makes our lizard dog a sandwich out of Cloth's snacks. The sandwich gives Lizard Pupper the ability to run now, that's cool. Off to our first gym. I waltz myself right in there, and they're like, no! Go do a pointless task first. So we go push around a giant olive into a giant basket. So impressive, wow, I know. After successfully wasting a couple minutes of my life, it's finally time to take on Katie, the bug-type gym leader.
For the Cortondo gym you will get 3 potions.
Cool, thanks. We're not gonna need him. Ethan comes in and wants a fancy hat of his own, so we give him this candelabra hat and he looks like fire. Yes, you do, Ethan. With his hat on and him spinning flame wheels left and right, we take them all out in no time at all. Our first gym down, and deathless, so we earn our first advantage.
Let's do this same order again for Phase 2, Titan 2 next, and then Gym 2 after that. I'll make the level cap a bit more challenging this time. Between level 17 to 20, your level cap is 18.
On to Phase 2, but first let's head back to South Province Area 4 to finally catch that Floette.
Call this one ephemeral.
Not gonna lie, had to look this one up in the dictionary. In the process, Telescope evolved up into a Meryl. Up next, we're heading over to West Province Area 1 to get another encounter and... oh my god, shiny! Random full-on shiny! You gotta love it. So early in the game, too. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Alright, shiny that we can't use. Sadly had to put it in a special box, since there was no active shiny claws.
West Province Area 1, your encounter will be a Sableye. You shall name it Blossom.
We kept going, and Labyrinth evolved up into a Fletchinder. And a bit later, our lasagna became this weird-looking thing.
For East Province Area 1, you'll get a Shuppet. Its name will be Sushi.
Welcome to the team, Sushi. You're overleveled, though, so straight to the box you go. Telescope, however, is already evolving again, this time into a Zoomerl, and we're off to our second Titan.
For Titan number 2, I will give you 4 potions.
Quixotic comes in, gets a fancy light bulb hat on, rubs his little feet along the ground until he has a couple of sparks built up to shock the Bombardier. These Titans seem very strict about their snack time, so the Burb went over and snacked just like the previous Titan. And in comes Arvin, again to help a little bit late to the battle. It wasn't the prettiest of fights, but our little Quixotic sparked our way to victory. Now it's our turn for snack time again. These snacks were a bit more bitter, but Arvin made it into a sandwich and our lizard pupper now knows how to swim. It doesn't make sense. Arvin did also fill us in on his own little rundown pupper though, which is super injured, and I kind of feel for this guy now. We headed towards the town of our next gym, but got dragged into another pointless task of herding Sunfloras. I'm pretty sure this might be breaking some child labor laws. That's out of the way now though, so bring it on, Brassius.
For the Grass-type gym leader, you can use 2 total potions.
Ethan came in, put his fancy hat back on, and took the Petalil and Smoliv out no problem at all. For Brassius' Ace Sudowoodo, we had to be careful with its rock move, so we swapped out into Blossom, baiting the rock-type attack. Dodged it like a pro, then disabled his 1 rock move. We swap back over to Ethan, which intimidates the heck out of his fake tree. With nothing super effective to hit us, we take him down. Our second gym badge is in the books and deathless again.
Congrats on a deathless win and earning another advantage. Now, welcome to Phase 3. Up next, you'll take on the first Team Star base, and then head over to Lavencia for your third gym. Your level cap will be 23.
Well, another phase limited to 1 level underleveled, but could be way worse. We get into the first Team Star base and they throw all their dark types at us. But after taking out 30 of them, the boss decided to show their face.
You'll only have one potion for this.
These Team Star bases, I fear, will be the most challenging part of this run for me, honestly. Labyrinth comes out and takes out the Pawniard with no issues at all. His fancy Starmobile Reveroom comes out next, and I quickly remember that it does not keep its original typing, making Labyrinth's attacks almost useless. Realizing I hadn't planned for this, I make the tough decision to swap into Lasagna, knowing it might be their last. Lasagna gets a Fairy Wind off, but then goes down as our first official death. Lasagna. While it was a rocky start with Lasagna, it was our first encounter, and it still really hurts knowing I let it go down. Ephemeral comes in and Fairy wins her way to victory, barely hanging on herself by a thread. Some backstory something or another is happening, but I'm honestly just too bummed about losing Lasagna to even pay attention. We head to the next gym with a vengeance in our soul. We bust our way in and head to the counter, and dang it! Nimona wants to battle us first. I'm grieving a loss, Nimona. Now is not the time. You are going to pay. Emily comes in, puts on her fancy hat, and trades in her leaf throwing for some seed bombs. Her Rockruff, one shot. Her Palmo, one shot. Her awkward middle evolution Blue Duck, one shot. I told you now is not the time, Nimona. Back into the gym, we are delayed from our battle again, and forced into doing a collab with the gym leader's channel, where we play Where's Waldo and battle a couple of her fans. These fan battles make Ephemeral and Quixotic end up getting over-leveled, which is annoying, so we have to go try and get another encounter.
For East Province Area 2, you will get a Marini. Name it Pineapple.
Not a helpful Pokemon for this gym, and I've never used this Pokemon, but 10 out of 10 on the nickname, Sada. Way to go. We enter the gym right at the level cap, hoping we might get bumped up to the next level mid-battle.
For the Electric-type gym in Lavincia City, you will get 4 potions.
Serendipity comes in and takes out her Wattrel, barely hanging on itself. Her Bellybolt and Luxio get taken out with some strategic swapping between Emily and Blossom. And then her ace, the Miss Magius with the fancy light bulb hat, comes in and greatly confuses Emily. Emily fights through the confusion and her seeds do good damage, but a Hex takes her down to 3 HP. If Emily hits himself in confusion, he's gone for. If he breaks through, this battle is ours. Yes! 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 Emily, you are a legend! Holy cow! Woo! Deathless too! Oh my gosh! And cherry on top, Serendipity evolved up to a Houndoom from this battle. Lasagna, this one was for you. This win unlocks our ability to buy stones, so we grab a Fire Stone and get Ethan evolved up to a big boy too.
Congrats on another deathless win and completion of Phase 3. For Phase 4, you will have to first take on the 3rd Titan, then the 4th gym, and lastly the 2nd Team Star base, all of this with a level cap of 29.
And we have quite a few encounters.
In the Osado Desert, catch a Tink-a-Tink.
Yes!
Name it Giggles. In West Province Area 2, get a Varoom. Name it Effervescent. In East Province Area 3, get yourself a Goomy, and name it Soup.
I go ahead and get everyone up to level, and our Giggles already evolves into a Tinkatuff. The 3rd Titan, Orthworm, is a complete joke to our fully evolved Ethan and is one-shot both times, thanks to the added help of a fancy hat. Continuing our theft of Titan snacks, Arvin makes our lizard pupper yet another sandwich, this time giving him the ability to jump higher. Arvin's pup becomes a little bit healthier too, which makes me happy.
For Kofu, the Cascrafa gym leader, you will get 2 total potions.
Kofu leads with his Veluza, and in no time at all, this fish is making me sweat. Quixotic takes some serious damage, but Volt switches out and gets him down to the yellow. Blossom comes in, but gets knocked all the way down to 5 HP. Yikes. We had a priority Shadow Sneak up our sleeve though, and got this annoying fish out of the way. From here till the end, Emily comes out and threw a bunch of seeds to take out the Wug Trio and Fountain Hat Chromometer, making this another deathless victory and another advantage for us.
You now have 4 advantages to utilize. For Team Star Base number 2, you will be allowed 4 potions.
We head into the base where Telescope, Pineapple, and Soup demolish all the fire types standing in our way until Mela finally comes out and battles us herself. Soup leads us into the battle and protects itself to stall through the harsh sunlight. Once the sun goes away, Pineapple comes in, puts on her fancy fountain hat, and wrecks house, taking Mela and all of her mons down.
Another phase down, and so begins Phase 5. Team Starbase 3 is up next, and then head straight to Gym 5. Your new level cap between 34 to 37 will be level 36. But first, we have some more encounters. In West Province Area 3, your encounter will be Komala. Name it Vegemite. Your Dalazapa Passage encounter will be Snob. It shall be named Alexander. And last for now, your Tag Tree Thicket encounter will be Mimikyu. Its name will be Kiwi.
I'm so extremely stoked on Mimikyu, and honestly, I love Snom too. Not stoked on the back-to-back Team Star bases at all, though. We grind up, and it's time for Emily and Labyrinth to evolve up to their fully grown-up selves. Once again, the pathetic Team Star members try to stop me with their barrage of Pokemon and fail, so out comes Atticus.
For this one you get 3 potions.
Ethan leads the fight and takes out the skunk tank with his fancy hat on, but gets poisoned along the way. That's not going to hold back Ethan, though, and he takes out the standard Rev Room no problem at all. Serendipity comes out to try and take care of the muck, but getting poisoned gets the best of him too. Labyrinth comes in to try and take care of the muck, but after a very foolish misclick, he only gets an Ember off instead of a Flame Charge. This misclick led to a crit Sludge Wave, and we lose Labyrinth, which crushes my soul. Ethan comes back out and has enough strength to take this muck out and avenge his fallen friend. The Ace Starmobile Rev Room is too much of a threat, though, and I'm not about to lose Ethan too. Effervescent comes back out and acts as a shield to get Ethan healed back up, but there's no safe way to switch out. Effervescent takes one for the team and sacrifices himself like a true hero. Ethan comes back in and with the power of his fancy hat and a couple flamethrowers do some good damage. To finish him off, we switch into Pineapple, who continues to prove to be such an unexpected powerhouse. Lil Pineapple's winning me over more and more than I ever expected. We start prepping for another battle with Nimona, only to figure out that battle won't be until after we beat the gym. So now on to see the legend himself, Larry.
For Larry, the Medali gym leader, you can use 3 potions.
Blossom comes out strong against the Kamala, and Foul Play takes it down to 1 or 2 HP left, but Jan forces the swap to Kiwi to finish it off. His Dudunsparce is a powerhouse, so Kiwi munches down on his leftovers and works on lowering its attack, but a crit almost takes him out. Kiwi taps out and Telescope comes in with a play rough that takes Dudunsparce out. As his ace comes in, we hard swap back to Blossom, baiting the normal type attack, which doesn't affect us. We then hard swap back into Ethan to intimidate this intimidating burb. Ethan's already hurt, but takes one more facade, getting him to very low HP, making our reversal even more effective with enough strength to take Larry down and gain us our 5th advantage. Our celebrations don't last long though, as we quickly realize we're forced to instantly battle Nimona now. 0 reprep time, 0 team change time. This is not great news.
I am only giving you 1 potion for this one. Good luck.
Emily comes out for her full evolved battle debut, puts on her favorite fancy hat, and shows off her new flower trick that takes out her Lycanroc with ease. Telescope then comes in to take care of Gumi in one shot, while Kiwi flashes its baby doll eyes at Pomo to lower its attack by a lot. Then it's back into Emily to flower trick one-shot Pomo, and the blue duck to high heaven. Nice try trying to catch us off guard, Nimona.
Impressive. Let's shake things up. For Phase 6, you will battle Gym 7, then Titan 4, and then head back to Gym 6. As for your level cap, picking between level 42 to 45, I pick 43.
With 2 gyms in 1 phase and having to go reverse order, I knew this was the time to use my first advantage to hope for a higher level.
Okay then, your level cap will be level 44. You now have 4 advantages left. You also have new encounters. For Alfornado Cavern, you can have a Larvitar. Name it Ilon. For South Province Area 6, your encounter is Kilowattrel. Name it Router. And for Glazedo Mountain, I chose Vigoroth. Name it Leo.
Beyond stoked with our new buddy Leo. Elowen should be very handy too, and I've never used a Kilowatt Troll, but I love the nickname. Grinding up, preparing for our next gym, our team decided it was time for some mass evolution. Ephemeral found a shiny stone and evolved up to Florges. Leo evolved to a Slacking. Giggles evolved to a Tinkaton. Sushi into Banette. Elowen evolved to a Pupitar. Pineapple evolved to a Toxapex. Soup evolved to a Sligoo. And Alexander evolved at the last minute into a Frostmoth.
Now for Tulip, the Psychic-type gym leader. I'll give you 3 potions.
Leo comes out for his debut battle and does some serious turn 1 damage with the Throat Chop. After loafing around for another turn, he Throat Chops the Furgraph and takes it down. Kiwi comes in to take on her Gardevoir, and with an incredible crit Shadow Claw, takes it down in 1 hit like an absolute beast. We swap back into Leo, and he Throat Chops her Espathra and Fancy Hat Florges into the Great Beyond. Yes! Oh, that is another Deathless Gem! Before taking on the next Titan, we headed out to sea to get 2 more encounters.
For the South Paldean Sea, your encounter is Finizen. Name it Arrow Flare. For the East Paldean Sea, I'll give you Boizel. You can nickname it Anchor.
I work on grinding both of them up, and Anchor evolves. Then I do a quick Union Circle with my second switch, and Arrow Flare evolves up as well. With some added water power to the team, it's time to take on the 4th Titan, and our first encounter with the Paradox Pokemon.
For the Titan Pokemon Great Tusk, you can use 3 potions total.
Arrow Flare, Router, and Anchor tag team the first portion, taking a good chunk of damage, but pushing through. Great Tusk goes and takes his snack time break, and of course, Arven joins the fight late as usual. Arrow Flare comes out first, puts her fancy hat back on, and flip turns out of there. Router chips away a bit more damage, while Arven's Scovillain is just knocked out cold. Arrow Flare jumps back in, and with its superhero form activated, takes out the rest of this giant tusk no issue. As per usual, we're hungry, so we go steal the Titan's snacks. I feed a sandwich to our lizard pup, and poof, this time he learns how to make wings and kind of fly or glide or something. Our Pokemon are already grinded up, so we head straight back to Gym 6. It's time to do some double battles, and I'm feeling pretty confident after already taking down the 7th gym. Surprise, surprise, Nemona's here again. Pineapple, Elwyn, Emily, and Giggles come in and take her out without having to bat an eye. Like I was saying, time for Gym 6.
Take 4 potions for your battle against Rhyme.
We lead with Leo and Giggles for the 1-2 punch, taking our Mimikyu and Banette both out turn 1. Feeling quite confident, maybe a little too confident, we stay in, take out her Fancy Hat, Toxtricity, no problem at all. I might have been a little bit too confident though. Houndstone sneaks up on us with a Phantom Force, and completely out of left field, in the blink of an eye, before anything could be done, our beloved Giggles was gone. I'm devastated. Serendipity and Leo finish the Demon Houndstone off, but our first gym battle with the loss, and that loss being one of my absolute favorites. This hurts bad. Alright, what's next, Sada?
Your North Province Area 3 encounter will be Dudane, and its name will be Sahara.
Ugh.
For North Province Area 1, your encounter is Lichen Rock. Its name can be Pyrite.
Okay, not mad about that one at all. I'll just run around and grind until dusk time, and another full odd shiny? No way. It's caught, and into the shiny box it goes. Dusk rolls around, we encounter and catch our orange rock dog, and our journey continues.
Up next, for Phase 7, you will do Gym 8, followed by Team Starbase 4. Your new level cap is level 50.
After training up, we make our way up to the Glisado Mountain to take on our final gym battle.
For your final gym, you can use 3 potions.
Ethan comes out and went to work taking out one Pokemon after another. His Altaria comes out, and we had to heal up only to get confused from its Hurricane. He persevered through it and finally snapped out of it, finished his Altaria off for good. With Melted Ice behind us, deathless, we'd earned our final badge and our final possible advantage, leaving us with 6 total advantages for the rest of the playthrough. Heading to the Team Star base, no longer having my planned ace Giggles, I slightly recklessly headed into the base with very minimal planning or calcing. Ethan, Router, and Pineapple take down everyone trying to get in our way, and out comes Ortega, the fairy-type Team Star leader.
For your 4th Team Star base boss, I'll give you 2 potions.
Router and Ethan take care of the Azumarill and Wigglytuff easily. Pineapple comes out and takes out the Dash Bun with no issue at all, and gives us that glance that says, "Keep me in for the Starmobile." She gets confused, but continues to push through and gets her attacks off, chipping away at the Starmobile. I'm scared that Pineapple might not be able to chip away enough, but she's confident and uses her Black Sludge to heal up a bit every turn. She does not care how many attacks it takes for her to do her friend Giggles justice. She is on a mission, and landing her 10th poison jab in a row, the Starmobile has been defeated and Pineapple has earned a forever place in my heart.
On to the next phase it seems. For Phase 8, you will do the final Team Star base, followed by the final Titan. Your level cap is now 57. Your Casseroy Lake encounter will be Glaceon. Nickname it Gazpacho.
During quite a bit of grinding and some rare candy use, Elwyn evolves up to her final form. It's raining. I gotta evolve Soup up. Soup, you are now a Goodra. And with that, it's time to take on our final Team Star base. Ethan, Router, and Telescope help me take down all the members in our way until Eerie strolls up on her Starmobile.
For the fighting type Team Star leader, I'll give you 3 potions.
Ethan, Kiwi, and our new All-Star Pineapple take care of Toxicroak, Passimian, Lucario, and Annihilate with ease. For the Starmobile Reverum, we switch out into Router to avoid the ground-type attacks. We give Router a fancy light bulb hat, the Starmobile lets off a combat torque, which does way more than we had calculated. Just like that, our Thunderbird Router was gone. Ephemeral comes in, and she might very well be next, but she hangs on with 12 HP and gets off a devastating Moonblast. Ephemeral has gone above and beyond, and we are not letting her go down. Ethan comes back out and gives this stupid car one last final blow. With Team Star being out of the way, it gives us full access to North Province Area 2, giving us another encounter.
North Province Area 2, your encounter is Bronzong. Nickname it Palladium.
Very excited to have a Steel and Psychic type on our side. We box it for now and stare out over the lake where we will face our final Titan. Mourning the loss of Router, it seems like we have no options left other than bringing the Pokemon we never expected to leave the box. That's right. Sahara, the Dedenne.
For this final Titan, you can have 2 potions total.
Sahara makes its battle debut with a magnet in hand and Volt switches out, doing a shocking amount of damage. Emily comes in, and with one flower trick, it's snack time. And Sahara's back into action with another Volt switch into Emily for a couple flower tricks, and this whale is done for. But the battle's not over. We head straight back into battle with the true Titan, the Tatsugiri. Sahara comes back out, and we go ahead and give it a fancy fairy heart hat. It gets great damage off with the Dazzling Gleam, but also takes an incredible amount of damage from a Muddy Water. We Volt switch out to Ephemeral, and a couple Moonblasts later, we have finished off our final Titan. We go with Arven to have our final snack time. Our lizard pup learns how to climb up walls, and Arven's pup is back on its feet and all healed up. That feels great. Arven's mom, Professor Sada, calls us up and tells us that we have to go to her research lighthouse. I tell Arven I'll meet him there, but I have some things to do and take care of first.
Congrats, and welcome to the end game. From 58 to 62, your new level cap for the Elite Four and Champion is level 61. For your Secret Trail encounter, I'll give you the Fighting Bug Pokemon, Heracross. You can nickname it John. For your North Paldean Sea encounter, I'll give you Finian. Nickname it Cheesecake.
With what will end up being our final encounters in hand, we are off to take on the Elite Four.
For the Elite Four, you will be allowed 4 potions for Rika, 2 potions for Poppy, 3 potions for Larry, and only 1 potion for Hassel. Good luck.
We answer Rika's questions, and it's time to take her and her ground types on. Emily comes out and takes out the Whiscash, no problem. Aeroflare comes out next and takes out the Camerupt, Donphan, and Dugtrio without even a scratch on itself. To finish Rika off, Gazpacho comes in against her Clodsire, changes the Sandstorm to Snow, and puts this Clodsire into the freezer. 1 of the 4 down. Up next, we take on Poppy, the Steel-type Elite Four member. Ethan leads and takes out the Caparajah and Bronzong without issue. Quixotic tags in and puts on his fancy light bulb hat to take care of what I see as the biggest threat, her Corviknight. Ethan returns to the field and takes out her Magnezone with a couple of Flame Wheels. Then for her ace, she sends out her Tinkaton, which does put a sting remembering what happened to our giggles. Leo swaps in with 2 Drain Punches, and we're done with this little pipsqueak. Next, the Legend Larry returns to the stage, this time focused on flying types. Gazpacho, Palladium, Sahara, and Elwyn take care of Tropius, Staraptor, Altaria, and Oricorio pretty well. Then, for his Flamigo, we send in Kiwi to lower its attack, but can only get it to -1 before having to swap back out. Elwyn comes back in, but there's little she can do, and we have to make the hard decision to let her go to the great beyond so that Sahara, yes, our Dedenne, can be healed up and safely come back in. Sahara made sure to discharge with all his might in honor of Elwyn's sacrifice and took Larry down. Rest in peace, Elwyn. For the final member of the Elite Four, and the only thing standing between us and the current champion of champions, our teacher who doesn't seem to care we've skipped every single class, Hassel. Kiwi, Pineapple, Gazpacho, John, and Leo take care of everyone up to his ace. As he gets ready to get his Baxcalibur a fancy dragon hat, Telescope comes in to be unaffected by any Terra Dragon moves. Eating an Icicle Crash, she launches at him to play rough, and Baxcalibur can't take it. We've taken down the Elite Four with only 1 death. Elwyn, thank you again for your sacrifice.
Well done. For Champion Gita, you can have 4 potions.
With that, we waltz up to the roof and are ready to fight to earn the title of champion for ourselves. Leo and Ethan come out strong and take out the Spathra, Avalugg, and King Gambit, all with a single attack. Pineapple comes out against her Go-Goat, and we use the strategy that has put Pineapple as a serious contender as this run's MVP. A Baneful Bunker against a physical attack to block and get them poisoned, followed up by a Poison Jab to deal some serious damage. Leo comes back out to take care of the stupid annoying fish. Then we swap Palladium in against her Ace Glamora to bring this championship home. A Heavy Slam and Gyro Ball later, the victory is ours! We are officially a champion! But this Nuzlocke still has 5 massive battles ahead of us. Nimona being the second to last of those, we tell her we'll meet her in Mesa Goza after we take care of a couple other things.
Congrats on becoming champion. Next, you will finish off the Path of Legends, then you can finish off the Starfall Street mission. Your level cap will be level 63.
We meet up with Arvin at the lighthouse, and his mom, Professor Sada, appears on the screen.
I need your help.
She needs us to come meet her in the depths of Area Zero and bring that scarlet book that Arvin's been carrying around. We're gonna head there, but only after battling.
For Arvin you can use 4 potions.
Leo comes out strong and Drain Punches the Greedent. Telescope swaps in, Aqua Tails and Hydro Pumps the Garganackle. Palladium comes in and falls asleep immediately, but as soon as it wakes up, it heavy slams the Toadstool to high heavens. Then it's Pineapple's turn to come in and use our favorite 1-2 punch of Bunker and then Jab. Taking down the Scovillain and bringing the Cloyster down to nice and low HP. Telescope comes back in and eats some attacks while we heal everyone up, and the poison clock runs out on the Cloyster. Arvin sends out his ace, his healed up pupper, and we let Telescope flaunt her fancy pretty heart hat. It takes it down to 1 HP with a play rough, and then a superpower for 100% accuracy, and that's Arven, taken down, deathless. And the Path of Legends mission is complete. Now it's time to take down the Starfall Street mission. We first take on Clavel, and then the real leader after him.
For Director Clavel, you will have 2 potions.
Aeroflare leads the battle with Clavel, just to flip turn out and be ready to come back in a superhero form whenever needed. Blossom and Soup tag team taking out his Orangaroo. Then Ethan takes out the Abomasnow with ease. Emily swaps in and single-handedly flower tricks the Gyarados and Night Slashes the Poltergeist out of there. With Amoonguss coming in, Emily U-turns out of there and Leo comes in to take care of business. He puts on his fancy baller diamond hat, and 2 slashes later, this Mushroom Man is done for. As Clavel sends out his fancy hat croc, Aeroflare comes in to save the day. One single superhero-style Aqua Tail is all it took, and Clavel is down. Then, surprising literally no one at all, the boss of Team Star reveals herself to be Penny. Time for an all-on evolution fight.
For the leader of Team Star, you will only get 1 potion.
Leo leads the fight and takes down her Umbreon with 2 hammer arms, with a bit of loping around in between. Soup Dragon Pulses the Flareon and Jolteon. And then Ethan comes in to Flame Wheel the Leafeon. As Vaporeon comes out, it's time for Pineapple to come in and show it some poison jabs. As it all comes down to her fancy hat Sylveon, Pineapple does not back down. 3 poison jabs and a secondary poison along the way, and Pineapple has championed yet another trainer's ace. Starfall Street mission is complete.
It's only level cap decisions from here. For Phase 11, your level cap is 65. I will give you 3 potions for your final battle against Nemona.
In many ways, this is the battle we've been working up to this entire game. Our final rival battle. Champion versus champion. Each of us bringing everything we've got to this battle. Things start off good. Palladium takes out the Lycanroc in 1 heavy slam. Leo comes in and almost one-shots her Earthworm, but then Earthworm returns a body press, bringing Leo down into the red. We swap back into Palladium, and a not very effective Psychic is enough to take it out. For her Dunsparce, we swap into Kiwi, then the Dunsparce starts coiling up, which honestly is very scary. Kiwi's able to get 3 play roughs off until a Drill Run brings it all the way down to 5 HP. We switch into Palladium, which is immune to the Drill Run, and he's able to chip away a bit more before having to switch out again. Telescope comes in to finish it off, but on the switch in gets 1 shot, and in the blink of an eye, with only 2 battles left, has gone to the great beyond. Devastated, I have to stay focused. Leo comes in and outspeeds with the Drain Punch to take it out and heal up just a bit. Sahara comes in against the Palmo and takes some serious damage, but we give him his fancy heart hat and his dazzling gleam one-shots the Palmo. With Sahara already having his hat on, I'm pretty sure we can one-shot her Gudra. I know we outspeed, so we go for it. Come on. One shot. Please. Ooh, no, oh no, oh no. Sahara, the Pokemon I never thought I wanted, but ended up being such a pivotal part of this playthrough, went down. We had already lost 2 Pokemon this battle, with 3 others very badly damaged. Every other Pokemon would go down to the spikes. It all came down to Pineapple. Pineapple eats a Dragon Pulse, and then launches off an Ice Spinner to finish what Sahara had begun. Down to her final Pokemon, that stupid blue duck that she chose when we started this rivalry. I knew it only had physical moves, so we Baneful bunkered up and forced it to poison itself. Pineapple had got the duck on a clock. We just needed to hold out for long enough. Knowing how much every turn matters now, Pineapple launches a poison jab and crits. We bunker up again to help the poison clock tick further and further down. Eating a move, we now only have 57 HP left. Pineapple gives it everything she's got and poison jabs one more time to our victory. We beat our rival for this last time and it feels great, but it wasn't without great loss as well. Thank you, Telescope and Sahara, for all you did to help get us to this point. With that, the Victory Road mission was complete, and it was time to prepare for the final chapter of this story. I decided on a team of Ephemeral, John, Emily, Palladium, and Leo. With one slot left and no more coverage needed, I chose to bring Pineapple just to be a part of the team. She has so earned a VIP spot on this final team. With that, it was time to get this done. The final phase, the way home.
Here we are at the final phase, and the last decisions I will be making for you. I want to test your strength, so I am giving you the lower of the 2 level caps. Your final level cap is 66. 1 level under-leveled. You will be limited to only 1 potion against, that's right, me. I will be awaiting your arrival.
And so, together, we headed down into the depths of Area 0. As we journey through this amazing, mysterious land, we have to stop by 4 separate research stations to disable the locks. The first 3 were no problem, but the 4th had been trashed and overgrown with Terra-like crystals. But the controls still work, and we finished unlocking all the locks. We head to the lab to get inside, but as we open the door, another lizard dog jumps down and scares our lizard pupper, then runs off into the lab. Not cool. Then, some strange paradox Pokemon from the past come flooding out of the lab as well, and our friends help take them on until Arvin asks me to take our pupper and get inside to take care of business. We get inside and eventually run into the professor.
Deactivating sleep mode. Hello Matt, thank you for coming.
Something is off here.
I am not the true Professor Sada. I am an artificial intelligence the professor created, imbued with her memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. The real professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station Number 4. I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original professor created. You have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dream Sada once cherished.
It seems to be what we must do.
If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Scarlet Book upon the pedestal. Initiating emergency shutdown.
It's now or never. It's time to take on our final boss and final battle of this adventure.
Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing.
It's up to you now, Matt. Please, defeat me.
At last.
At last my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way.
We lead with Ephemeral and are able to one-shot Moonblast her Slitherwing.
Now this is interesting, child. Do you actually understand ancient Pokemon's weaknesses?
She sends out her Sandy Shocks, and we have Emily ready to go for this. One Flower Trick and it's taken down.
What? Some sort of error has occurred here. Recalculating for critical damage.
Up next is her Screamtail. Emily U-turns out into Palladium. With a heavy slam, Palladium takes out Screamtail, and in comes Brute Bonnet. We swap into John, who takes it down with only 2 hits of a Pen Missile. As she sends out her Flutter Mane, it's time for Leo to come out and show what he's got. He heavy slams himself and one-shots yet again.
Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0.
Her roaring moon comes out, and this entire battle is going exactly as planned. We heal up with our one potion, and then after Leo loafs around, we survive a couple of Dragon Claws. He finally gets off a Drain Punch, but it comes up just short of the KO. Knowing that he has to lope around for another turn, there's no way Leo can survive. But the other 4 members of our team can't survive much from this beast either, so we calc and realize that there's only one option. The option we weren't planning on even bringing. Once again, it's Pineapple's time to shine. She takes one hit like a champ and uses 2 turns of Black Sludge to heal up with the help of her Baneful Bunker. All she has to do is live one more hit and get off a single Ice Spinner. Live, live, live. That's all I say is live. Yes! Yes! Your AI can try and hold me down all you want, but nothing stops Pineapple! Woo! Yes! Deathless, baby! Deathless!
Impossible.
With that final blow, we had officially won the Nuzlocke, but there was still one battle left to have with our lizard pupper.
You must run.
Our Mons were stuck inside their Pokeballs, with only Pupper's Pokeball recognized by the AI protocol. He comes out and gathers the power of all 5 sandwiches combined to be in full fighting form. It is an uphill battle, but he refuses to go down. Even with only 1 HP left, he holds on. It's this good boy's turn to get a fancy dragon hat of his own and Terra blasts his way to victory.
Arvan, Lizard Pup, Matt, it is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu.
Just like that, our Pokemon Scarlet AI Locke Nuzlocke has been complete. To our final team, Emily, John, Ephemeral, Palladium, Leo, and our unquestionable MVP, Pineapple. A final team which I will never forget. To all the Mons in the box that helped get us here. And of course, to the Pokemon we couldn't have done it without, our fallen comrades, going all the way back to our first lost Lasagna. I salute all of you for making my first ever fully completed Nuzlocke one of the best times I've ever had in a Pokemon game. I can't believe it's over, but I can't wait until our next adventure.
I will be awaiting your return.